Hey everyone, welcome to a short video. Today I plan on deploying a brand new cloud proxy for my VCF Operations environment. My original one that was deployed with my management domain host because I don't have any backups. So lesson learned there. So please ensure that you do have proper backups in place. However, what we will go through now is from the VCF Operations console, we'll go over administration, cloud proxies, and we're going to get ready to add one here. However, we've already downloaded the OVA. So I'm going to go ahead and go into this environment for the time being, deploy an OVF template, select our proxy, cloud proxy, and this version does match with the remainder of the BOM for my VCF environment. So we'll just name the virtual machine here. We'll leave it in that cluster, automatically power it on so it begins all its configuring. Okay, and let's accept all the agreements here. Now, you'll see there's two versions of the cloud proxy going with VCF 9. There's the classic small, you'll see, or I should say the classic and unified. The difference between the two is classic is just standard metrics collecting, where unified is going to allow you to not just collect metrics, but support log management in VCF 9.1 as well as log assist. And remember that you need minimum of two or more cloud proxies to put them in a group. So I'm going to go with a unified small cloud proxy. I'm going to deploy it on my vSAN data store. I know my VCF management network. Let's put in a password. The next item, if I had my password right, is the unique registration key. This is important. This is what's going to establish this cloud proxy appliance deployed so that it associates itself with a VCF operations instance. So if we go back to our operations instance, we're going to go ahead and click add. I'll go ahead and activate data. Well, I'll leave data persistence off for now, but actually I think my other one is enabled. I'll leave it on. The key does change. The unique key does change when you do that, but we'll go ahead and copy it to our clipboard. Come over to our infrastructure where we're installing it and paste. Skipping Docker subnet, going to give it a friendly name, which is pretty much my FQDN. Let's set the time zone. There's my NTP, sure. And then I'm not going through any kind of proxy. These are, of course, settings you can explore as you, depending on your environments. You've got firewalls in between your networks. And let's go last but not least, thank God for autofill. We're not doing any IPv6 here. So we're going to finish this. We're going to wait for the OVF to import and see how it goes. Okay, so our appliance is coming up. And you can see here, our console says first boot is running. What we're waiting for is for it to essentially get to this part here. This is an example of one that I just deployed earlier. And you can see at the bottom, it'll eventually switch to searching for Cloud Foundation operations, looking to connect to it. And then when it's connected, you'll see an official connection there. So let's wait for that. Okay, our boot completed, and you can see the status here shows establishing a connection with VMware Cloud Foundation, and it established. If I come over to our cloud proxy list and refresh, I will say it does take some time, so do monitor this a little bit. Okay, now that our cloud proxy established connection with our VCF operations, you could see here it appears, it's online, and we can take it further and create a proxy group. We'll just call this VCF Athens because these two proxies are available strictly for one instance. There's those two. Click Save. Now we've got the group. If we want to make sure the group is pointed towards the integration, we'll take it a step further here. We'll go to integrations, our primary VCF integration. Right now, the cloud proxy group is only pointing towards proxy 1. We can actually select our Athens proxy group we just created, click Save. So now we've got some availability here and some balance. So I hope that was helpful with deploying one, and make sure you've got a disaster plan. But thankfully, it's not that hard to recover. Cheers.